What is up, phenomenal fans? I am back at it again with another video, and before we get into the video, I apologize for there being a shadow behind me. I'm being watched by my inner demons. I've got a very new setup. I've got a tripod in now. I've got a light. I've got this uncooperative garage to work with. But anyways, we are on the road to WrestleMania. It's a nice road. Oh, what was that? Oh, there's a big old roadblock in the road. There's a pothole. I think its name is WWE Fastlane. That's right, the most unimportant, the most unnecessary pay-per-view on the calendar year. Fastlane is here, provided by Peacock. What's the point of this pay-per-view? Was this pay-per-view good, or was this pay-per-view pointless? Let's find out. We start things on the kickoff show. I didn't actually watch this match. I was busy in Walmart. But Riddle, not Matt Riddle, just Riddle, defeats Mustafa Ali to retain the United States title. He had a very nice avalanche bro Derek for the win. After the match, Ali is ridiculing Retribution. He's ridiculing Slapjack. He's ridiculing Reckoning, all these wacky names. And all of a sudden, a double chokeslam from, I forgot their names, T-Bar and Mace, a double chokeslam. That's how good this stable is. Double chokeslam. Possibly from Dio Madden and Dominic Dijakovic, because T-Bar, aka Dominic Dijakovic, is growing his hair out. Maybe this is the return of Dio Madden to the commentary team, the return of Dominic Dijakovic to NXT. Who knows? Retribution could be over. All I hope is Ali to get TV time still, as it appears that Retribution is all but over with. But Riddle retains the title. Bye-bye Retribution. I'm so sad. We start off the main card with possibly the most ridiculous match on the card. Why are these two still teaming when they are facing each other at WrestleMania in less than a month? We have Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair teaming up to challenge for the women's tag team titles. And these are two tag teams in the women's division that don't get along. Can you believe it? Have we ever seen that before in WWE? This match was fine, I guess. Reginald was getting involved. Shayna Baszler gets the roll-up. I can't even remember who she rolled up between Sasha and Bianca, but Shayna gets the roll-up for the win. And you guessed it, after the match, Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair are arguing after the match. They didn't like each other all along. Who would have guessed? So Sasha ends up slapping Bianca. Is Sasha Banks a heel now? I don't know. All I know is we're finally getting billed, not as Sasha and Bianca as a weird makeshift tag team constantly getting title opportunities, as Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair actually feuding with each other, two of the best women's wrestlers in the world today, actually feuding and actually, getting into it just 3 weeks before WrestleMania. Next up, we have Big E defending the Intercontinental title against Apollo Crews, and I have finally been invested in Apollo Crews. Over the years, Apollo Crews has shown he's a very great wrestler, just without charisma, without a character, without the promo skill, without just basically anything other than good wrestling. But he's got the character, he's got the charisma, he's got the promo skill. Honestly, Apollo Crews is doing the best work of his career right now. But this match was maybe 5 minutes at the most. Big E's just destroying Apollo Crews. Spear through the apron. Splash on the apron. Splash on the apron again. All of a sudden we get this weird, it looked like it could have been botched, but it seems like it was the intended finish. A weird roll-up sequence where one guy's rolling him up and another roll-up and another roll-up. It just kind of looks clumsy, but then at the same time it kind of looked cool. Big E gets the win somehow, someway with the roll-up, but then Apollo Crews immediately is putting the boots in. Lay a thing to SmackDown. Yep, that's how Stone Cold said it. He's lay at the SmackDown into Big E. So before Fastlane, I already didn't really want to see this one-on-one match at WrestleMania. Nothing against the guys, it's just Big E and Apollo Crews at WrestleMania one-on-one. Doesn't necessarily tickle my pickle, but after Fastlane, we've already seen the one-on-one match. It looks like we may get it again, because Apollo Crews just destroyed Big E after the match, proclaiming himself as a rightful Intercontinental Champion, all that basic heel stuff. And we're going to get a one-on-one at WrestleMania, aren't we? I just want to see a multi-man or something. I don't want to see these two again at WrestleMania. And here we go, the match we've all been looking forward to. Shane McMahon has been calling Braun Strowman stupid. He's been getting on everybody's nerves. He even dumped slime on Braun Strowman, Nickelodeon style. Oh, wait a minute. Shane has a boo-boo on his knee. Shane can't wrestle tonight. So filling in for Shane McMahon is Elias. So we're getting Braun Strowman and Elias one-on-one. This shows how important this pay-per-view is. And Braun Strowman just basically squashes Elias. Power slam. 1, 2, 3. Who would have guessed it? Braun Strowman wins. And we're on the road to everybody's most anticipated match of the decade. Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon at WrestleMania. Next up, we have our Lord and Savior of SmackDown, Seth Rollins, going one-on-one with Shinsuke Nakamura. And this match kind of reminded me of their match a couple years ago. I think it was Survivor Series in like 2018 they had a match. It was good. Of course it was good. It's Seth Rollins and it's Shinsuke Nakamura. What do you expect? I think it was a little bit better than their last match, but it just could have been better. It was good. It was definitely not bad. It was obviously very good. Two of the best wrestlers in the world just doing their thing for about at least 10 minutes. So Seth Rollins hits a stomp in the end. He stomped John Cena with the way that looked. 1, 2, 3. Rollins gets the win. So we're building towards Rollins and Cesaro at WrestleMania, which I'm all for. Cesaro getting a big win at WrestleMania over Seth Rollins. That should be good. Next up, it's No Holds Barred. It's the former best friends. It's Drew McIntyre and it's Sheamus one-on-one. This was basically what we expected. Drew murdered Sheamus, hit him very hard with weapons such as chairs and sticks and all that stuff, and Sheamus did the same, and I enjoyed it. Speaking of murder, we saw the murder of about 8 Thunderdome fans as Sheamus got thrown through the exploding set. Sorry, AEW, this was more of an explosion, and it wasn't that big. Sheamus goes through the screens. Have fun, technical people, putting that back up. And sorry to those 8 people that got knocked off the Thunderdome, my bad, I guess. But he goes through the screens, falls below, explosions go off. Yippee. And then Sheamus ends up climbing on the barricade, hits a white noise off the barricade through the announce table. That looked beautiful. So then in the ring, Sheamus has a piece of the announce table, ends up getting hit with a Future Shock DDT on the piece of the announce table. That was very lovely. Claymore kick, 1, 2, 3. Drew McIntyre with the win. So we're heading towards WrestleMania. McIntyre, Lashley for the WWE title. Very good no holds barred match, putting an end to their rivalry. I'm glad we got this on pay-per-view. You'll love to see it. Next up, it's intergender spooky time. It's Alexa Bliss one-on-one with Randy Orton. Before the match starts, of course, you guessed it, Randy Orton is coughing up his black goo that Alexa Bliss has been forcing him to cough up for the past few weeks. Alexa Bliss has got powers. She's summoning fireballs. She's summoning the set to collapse. And then we go in the ring. I made a video about it 2 months ago, and we're back. Alexa Bliss looks to shoot another fireball. Commentary was saying that Orton looked like he evaded it, looked like he got out of it. But then all of a sudden, we see a hand rise, and you know what's coming. We see a hand rise. The ring is like orange. It proves that underneath the ring, there's not weapons, there's not like equipment. It's clearly the gates to hell. But yes, we get a gross looking arm as Alexa Bliss is just sitting on the corner, little turnbuckle thing, staring at Randy Orton laughing. And we get the Fiend for the first time in like 3 months. The Fiend is back. I mean, look at this picture. It's somewhere up here. Look at he just looks disgusting, but in the best of ways. He's burned, he's charred up, he just looks absolutely gross and terrifying and creepy, and I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. The Fiend then hits Randy Orton with his sister Abigail. Ref comes in out of nowhere as Alexa Bliss is sitting on Randy Orton in a very PG manner. 1, 2, 3. Alexa Bliss with the win. The Fiend is back. We're building towards Fiend Orton. Are we gonna get another Firefly Funhouse match? Are we gonna get some sort of crazy match with the Fiend? I'm excited either way. The Fiend looks absolutely terrifying. I mean, look at him. Tell me you're not going to have nightmares tonight. Kids, close your eyes. Go to bed early. After we see another man rise from the dead on a wrestling show, we're back right away with some more wrestling action. Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan in the main event for the Universal title with, of course, Edge as the special guest ringside enforcer person thing, whatever we want to call him. And this was a very long match. The first probably 15 minutes of the match, which is probably only the first half, was just, Roman wearing down Bryan. Bryan trying to make the comeback. Roman still wears him down. Until we get a nice ref bump. The ref was just standing behind Roman Reigns doing nothing with his life. And shocker, Roman Reigns got out of the way. Daniel Bryan takes the ref down with a knee. Edge comes into the ring. He's the special enforcer, so all of a sudden Edge has the powers of the referee. He's not even wearing the ref shirt. He just comes in with his gray shirt on. He's got the powers of the ref somehow. So Edge comes in after Roman had hit a spear. He had covered him for probably 5 to 6 seconds. Comes in a little late. 1, 2, Bryan kicks out. Roman should have retained. Roman is not a happy boy. Jey Uso then comes in. Super kick to Bryan. Super kick to the referee, Edge. Edge doesn't want to call for the DQ because of course he's not, but he's just going to lay down with a super kick. Bryan ends up having a chair in his hand, goes to hit Roman with the chair. Roman gets out of the way. Edge gets hit with the chair. And so Edge gets the chair. Edge is beating down Roman, and then he's beating down Bryan. Is this a heel turn from Edge? I don't necessarily want to call it a heel turn, but it's sort of basically a heel turn. Edge walks away screaming, "This is mine, this is mine, this is mine." I'm kind of glad that Edge is a heel. I think he's so good at it. Roman just walks in, covers Bryan after the new ref came in. 1, 2, 3. Roman retains. I don't know how to feel about that ending. We're clearly setting up for a triple threat. Roman, Edge, Bryan at Mania. But where are we going to go? Is Bryan going to win? So we obviously have Roman as a heel. It looks like Edge is sort of a heel. He's not necessarily a heel like Roman is, but he's just I don't know, he's the middle guy. He's not necessarily a heel, but he's definitely not a babyface. Then of course you have Bryan as the likable babyface, so triple threat at Mania, looks like we're building to it. So I thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, smash the like button. I love you forever. We got through it, the most unnecessary pit stop. It's like when you're going on a road trip and you've just got to stop for no reason at all, just delaying your time, just ruining your trip because you've got to stop to admire the peacocks. I thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smash the like button. I love you forever. Hit subscribe. You'll be my best friend. I'll send you a cookie. Stay safe out there. Stay positive. And I'll see you guys in the next one.